What's up, everyone? It is Tuesday, May 7th, and we are live at 5 here at Broadway.com. I'm Paul Wontorek.
And I'm Beth Stevens.
And we're joined by Caitlin Moynihan.
Hello.
And a super fantastic Tony nominee who also is a big Broadway.com Audience Choice Award nominee.
That's right.
Who's here?
Be More Chill composer and lyricist Joe Iconis is here on Be More Chill Tuesday. That's what we're calling it.
Sure.
Love it.
We will talk to him all about it, but first, today's top 5.
You guys chose the nominees, and the list is officially here.
You have nominated from the heart for
I
the
love this. I love to
Broadway.com
see what people are
Audience
choosing. It's
Choice
so fun.
Awards. As we teased earlier, Be More Chill is leading the pack with 12 nominations. So all
That's
the
a
Be
lot.
More Chill fans, do they have a name? The Chill Heads? We don't know.
What?
They got on the old computer, the old phone. They tapped away. They scrolled away. So Be More Chill.
They stopped listening to Michael in the bathroom and started voting. It's the things that they do on computers.
In the category of favorite song, there are 5 nominees, and 3 of them are from Be More
Mr. Joe Iconis
Chill.
wrote 3 of them. I hope
Isn't
they
that
chose
fancy?
the 3 he would choose.
Ooh, that's a good question. Also, The Prom got 9 nominations, the second most honored show of the season. Aaron Sorkin's To Kill a Mockingbird, not Boyd.
Bird.
Bird. That would be like a New York old school way of saying it. Received the most nominations for a play with a total of 7, including favorite new play and a lot of those actors who have been seated right here. Full list of nominees are on the site. So check
I
it out.
love the.
Vote.
Yes, vote. You can vote through Sunday night at 11:59 p.m. I love how many people that maybe were forgotten for Tony
That's correct.
nominations get honored
Yes.
here. It's exciting. A lot of great performances and shows. So yeah, go vote.
And for the first time in forever, Arendelle is coming to a city near you.
Well, unless they saw Frozen on Ice, that might have.
That's totally
Doesn't Disney
different.
do Frozen
That's
on Ice?
different.
I
That's a
feel
different
like
thing.
You're right.
Elsa and Anna may have made the rounds, but the hit Broadway musical is hitting the road, and that's big news for fans of Frozen, obviously. And we just found out who will be playing those beloved princesses. Caroline Bowman, who was here not long ago, will be Elsa, and Caroline Innerbichler will star as Anna. I don't know her, but I'm sure she's fantastic. Caroline Innerbichler was in the national tour of Little House on the Prairie. Caroline Bowman, of course, is an Elphaba. You all know her.
It's
as
the Elphaba to Elsa pipeline.
You're right. It is. It's a
Yes.
thing. Nicola in Kinky Boots, Eva Perón in Evita. I wish I saw that. Lady of the Lake in Spamalot, and Carmen in Fame. Oh, she's international.
What range?
Anyway, she's fantastic. I'm sure they're both fantastic. This is going to
Big
be
voices.
a big tour. This is launching at the Pantages Theater in LA December 4th. So it's going to be a big national tour story for many years to come.
Award season just keeps on going along with these new fresh awards from yesterday.
You know, I don't know how many theater awards there are, but here's another one. The Drama Critics Circle has announced their winners for the 2018-2019
The circle of
season.
critics gets smaller every year.
It's tiny. It's a little triangle. It's sad, actually. Anyway.
Powerful. It's like the Knights of the Round Table. It's like the
It's a smaller table.
Algonquin. The Algonquin.
Whatever you just
it's
said,
like
I
them.
love it. I love it. The Ferryman by Jez Butterworth won Best Play, and Tootsie won Best Musical. They always do this.
Yeah.
They also honor an American play,
Right.
which went to What the Constitution Means to Me by Heidi Schreck.
Awesome.
There's cash prizes for these. Do you want to know how much? Is that important to you?
Few grand.
A few grand. A few grand. Awards will be presented at a private cocktail reception. Do you think we'll get invited? Probably not. We're not critics. On May 13th. It's the 84th annual.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So it actually did
84th
start the
annual. It's
Algonquin.
old school. I will also say they're very transparent. And if you go to their site, which I don't have here, I don't know what it is, they show you how they voted, how all the critics voted. And they have different rounds of voting. Check that out if you're curious.
Interesting.
Also, I should mention that Irish Repertory Theater and Page 73, as well as the National Yiddish Theater's Folksbiene production of Fiddler on the Roof were also honored. So there you go.
Cool.
It all fades away except for this exciting news.
Beth, we're going to London.
Yes. When?
Bridges of Madison County, one of my most played Broadway cast
Yes, you
albums.
love to
I
play
do
that.
love that.
In the car.
Jace
I know.
Robert Brown
I know.
score. It will have its UK premiere. I can't believe it hasn't happened yet. This will be a fancy production, too. This is directed by Sir Trevor Nunn. He's a sir, correct?
Oh, I'm sure he's a sir
A
and
lord.
a
Is he a
lord,
lord
and
yet?
he's king.
He will be after this. This is how, and it's happening at the Manier. Am I saying it right? Sure. Chocolate Factory. We've been there.
We have.
We've been
More
there.
than once.
It's a nice theater. Anyway, it's going to be very high profile. It'll probably move to the West End because that's what happens. Anyway, previews start July 12th, opening set for July 23rd. It's a limited run through September 14th. This, of course, is a musical, as I mentioned, J.H. Robert Brown, and he collaborated with Marsha Norman based on that book and that movie that makes me cry. She's Italian.
Which book? Which movie?
He's like a photographer on the road. The husband's
yeah.
away. The wife will play.
Oh.
And it's beautiful. It's a beautiful musical.
It is.
Anyway, casting will be announced, but I'm sure every West End diva is calling their agent today. Good luck, ladies.
And category is fierce fashion at the Met Gala.
Yes, the category was
Category is. Sorry.
Camp.
Like Billy Porter.
for the Met Gala last night.
Well,
and
Billy
the
actually
winner-
said it was Old Testament glamour. Is that what he said? He said Billy Porter.
The winner of the
Anyway,
Met
I'm
Gala was Kinky Boots Tony winner Billy Porter. Runner-up was Lady Gaga. Anyway, a lot of Broadway people hit the pink carpet.
Jordan Roth did pretty well, too.
Jordan Roth.
A lot
is
of
he a
wingspan.
sir? Is he a lord?
Wingspan.
A lot of
Angels in
wingspan.
America.
Lot of wingspan.
Glenda Jackson was there. Ruth Wilson. Laura Donnelly. The Ain't
Laura
Too...
Donnelly's hair was fantastic.
She pulled
piled
it together.
up.
She really did. The
good.
Ain't Too Proud Stars
Yes. They
were all
good.
there.
They were in black
Wearing
and white. That
skirts.
was fantastic.
Our friend, Darren Chris, I like to pretend like we're really good friends.
Yeah.
Bette Midler, Michael Urie, and a full Victor Victorious. Bob Mackey, of course. Lots
Yeah.
of Broadway people. Check out the photos on Broadway.com.
Everyone but Annie Golden.
But
Where
if
was Annie Golden? We're going
but
to talk about her in a minute.
Annie
We love
Golden
Annie
knows
Golden.
from camp, and that's all I'm going to say.
What else is on the site, Beth?
Oh, well, we have a new vlog from Sarah
Right.
Stiles, Tony nominee Sarah Stiles
Yes,
of
okay.
Tootsie. And in it, there's a thief backstage at the
Yeah, I
Marquee
saw that in the
Theater.
headline, but it's a good teaser. Made me want to click. I'm going to click.
Yes, someone stole the camera.
Oh, okay.
Shenanigans ensued.
Shenanigans.
There
Also,
you
there
go.
was that big second stage gala
So
last
Second
night.
Stage is celebrating 40 years of off-Broadway theater, and this is kind of interesting. They invited honorees who have played at Second Stage twice. So everyone who did 2 shows there got an honor.
So if you like seeing
Honor.
photos of your favorite stars in front of an orange background, click away.
There you go. There you go. Also, Christopher Shinstein City is getting ready to play
More,
Second
again,
Stage.
more orange background.
Well, it's rehearsal room stuff. So there
I
you
love
go.
it.
Yeah, there you go.
I love orange. Okay,
Okay.
thank you, Beth.
Thank you for telling us that.
Thank you for coming. Bye. Hey, Caitlin, tell us about our guest today.
Gladly, yes. We have Mr. Joe Iconis here in the studio with us today. He just earned his first Tony nomination for his original score of Be More Chill on the Broadway, which, like we said earlier, just earned 12 Broadway.com Audience Choice Award nominations. He's been working on this new musical since its premiere at Two River Theater in New Jersey in 2015, and now it's playing at the Lyceum Theater on Broadway. He's also well known for his Joe Iconis and family concerts. One just happened last night, and he has the upcoming Broadway Bounty Hunter for us to look forward to. Follow him on social media at Mr. Joe Iconis, and please leave all of your questions in the comments below. Please welcome Joe and Paul.
Thank you, Caitlin. Mr. Iconis, how
Hi,
you doing?
friend.
One week into life as a Tony nominee.
Yes.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I don't need glasses anymore.
Yeah.
I used to wear glasses. I don't need that. I immediately grew an inch.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah.
Your height. Got
Sure.
it. It's okay. Sure.
Yeah. Things are just different now.
Yeah,
In
things are
every way.
different. Things are
Yeah,
different.
Totally.
Does it take a certain weight off you? I mean, you've been in this Broadway industry, in this world for many years.
Yeah.
How is it like something you want to check off, or is having your family concerts just as exciting? I mean, you've really built a nice base of support and love and sort of a
Yeah.
family, as you call it.
Yeah, for sure. You know, I've definitely been in this world for 12, 13 years.
Yeah.
And so while I've been in the industry, the sort of Broadway component of the industry is the part of it that's new to me. And that's relatively fresh. So all of this, having the show on Broadway and getting nominated for the Tony Award, it all feels like one sort of amazing thing that is like this, icing on top of a 13-year-old cake.
Cool. You've
That
been
I love very much.
You have been iced. Okay, Broadway.com Audience Choice Awards.
Yeah.
Good timing that you're here today because you're basically owning this biatch today with 12 nominations.
I know.
This is big.
It's insane.
Yeah.
I'm like truly, truly honored. And I just love that it's like an award that is given by human beings who love
Human
theater,
beings.
like actual people.
Because
who,
other awards are not given by human beings. These are real
no.
human beings.
Yeah, as much as I'm honored by the Tony robots. Yes. No, it's like it's just, but it's like people. It feels like it's people who are potentially not. Part of the industry in a certain way, and then people who are part of the industry.
Yeah.
I love the idea of Sarah Styles like sitting at home, voting for Tootsie, and using a fake name on the Broadway.com audience awards, or anyone for that matter. I mean, clearly the cast of Be More Chill has done nothing but vote for themselves in the Broadway.com audience awards.
They have cell phones and computers.
Well.
And 5 of the actors were nominated in
I
different
know.
categories. And then we have like fun categories. Like we have favorite onstage pair. And we have favorite song. So this is, I always thought there should be like a song category. It's kind of cool. I mean, a score is a score, but it's fun to break out songs. So how do you feel about the 3 songs that were chosen?
I feel great about the 3 songs that were chosen. I was really happy that Loser Geek Whatever was chosen, as that's the sort of new song that I wrote for Be More Chill. Cool. So I felt like it wasn't a group of people who were angry at the new stuff. I felt like they liked.
You always have to worry about that.
Always have to worry about that.
Right.
It's like they like the classic jams like Michael in the Bathroom, but then they like the new one. It's like they like the You Must Love Me of Be More Chill. It's an Evita reference.
Well, didn't that win an Oscar?
It did win an Oscar,
yeah. It did. So the new stuff is what wins Oscars.
Yeah, exactly.
And also, I love Play Rehearsal is the third option. So they did okay.
I think so. It's a wide variety. I mean, like 5 songs would have been nicer, but 3 is totally
I know. It's weird that other
Who am I
shows-
to complain?
other shows had to wiggle in there.
Yeah, no, but it's fun. It's like fun to see my song titles with the other songs that are nominated. It's really cool. This whole thing is very surreal and it's amazing.
So
It's
how
incredible.
often are you at the Lyceum Theater, home of Be More Chill?
I'm there quite a bit. My dream has always been to have a show that I care about on Broadway with people that I love, and that's happening right now. And so I just feel like whenever I can, I like to pop in there and see it. I'm really big on like just going for like a song or two. If I just happen to be in the vicinity, I just pop in.
They let you in?
It's
Okay.
they do. Yeah.
You can walk in at any point in the show?
I mean, I think so. I'm sort of waiting for the day where someone stops me and is like, "Who the hell are you?" And then I say, "Oh, I wrote the show." And then they say, "Liar," and they throw me out. But that hasn't happened yet.
So, like, in other words, if you're having like dinner in the area, or even not in the area, and like you end at like 9:13, you could be like, "Hey, we can just run. Well, I can make it to the theater and see part of the show."
I'm gonna go see Rich Set of Fire. Yeah, of
What a
course.
cool thing to drop into.
It's really nice. It's very
Yeah.
fun and surreal, and just kind of weird that it can just happen without me. It just doesn't matter if I'm there or not.
Right.
The thing just keeps going.
Right.
Which is terrifying and nice at the same time.
So how is I know that the pre-Tonys thing was stressful. And I know
Super
that
stressful.
you obviously got nominated. The show was not nominated. And how is the cast and how is morale? And I know this has always sort of been the real sort of underdog show and the fan show. And so how are things going?
Yeah,
Obviously 12 Broadway.com Audience Choice Award nominations are nice too.
Right. No, the best. It's truly the nomination for me feels like it's a nomination for the whole show because it is.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like sometimes I hear people say things like that and it's bull, but in this case, it's really it's the truth.
Yeah.
This show was just a little homegrown show that was created by artists who really cared about the material, who really care about the art of musical theater. So many of the artists who first did it in 2015 are still doing it on Broadway.
Yeah.
And the people got us to New York. Actual human beings loved our show, and that's the reason that we ended up in New York, off Broadway and then Broadway. And so my nomination really feels like it's sort of representative of the entire Be More Chill community. And so I think everyone is totally excited by that. And we just we're so grateful to be on Broadway that getting that recognition is just it's nice and it's magical, and we're excited to be able to talk about our show in that way.
And you've had a lot of attention around you for many years.
Yeah.
You're known for having great songwriting talents.
Thank you.
So I'm sure you've worked in more corporate. I'm sure you've been hired by people that maybe were different environments to work for, or more corporate, or more or less passionate. Like, how does this really relate to the overall experience when you talk about like bringing this show to Broadway with this team?
I think that's something that I've always tried to do is I've always tried to put myself in situations where I really believe in the work and I'm really surrounded by amazing collaborators. And so I think that has meant that I haven't really found myself in all that many sort of uber corporate,
Right.
cold, eye-rolly situations.
Right,
I just that just doesn't interest me. And for me, I've definitely done things that that are adaptations and that involve sort of sparkly people. But I just don't care to work with people who don't love theater. No matter what level they're at, I just don't want to do it. And I think
Right.
that's probably the reason why it's taken me a little bit
Yeah.
to get where I am. But I'd like to think that the work is all the better for it, and at least I feel good about where I'm at.
Absolutely.
You know?
Let's talk about Annie Golden.
Please.
Because I'm obsessed with her.
Likewise.
I spent my whole life being obsessed with her.
Mm-hmm.
And she's even more fascinating when you actually know her and meet her. I mean, she's amazing.
Yeah.
You wrote a show for her.
Sure did.
And you did it a few summers ago up at Barrington Stage,
Mm-hmm.
and now it's coming off Broadway. This is Broadway Bounty Hunter.
Yep.
So talk about the premise, because it sounds genius. And start with Annie plays Annie. This is like Angie playing Angie in The Prom, by the way.
Yeah,
it's like
very
a
much
ver-
so.
it's like
Yes,
a version
kind of,
of
yeah.
right? Annie Golden's playing a version of herself.
Very much so, yeah. So Annie Golden plays this musical theater actress of a certain age. And in the show, this musical theater actress is really having a terrible time. She's down on her luck. She hasn't had a job in years. Her husband died years ago. She's struggling with that grief. She's really feeling the effects of an ageist, sexist society.
Right.
She's about to get thrown out of her apartment. Through a series of events, she gets wrapped up in the world of bounty hunting.
Naturally.
And so the musical is an adventure musical that finds this musical theater actress on a bounty hunting adventure to South America to capture a South American drug lord named Mac Roundtree.
I love it.
Yeah, and it's told in the style of exploitation
Right.
films of the 70s, so it has this like R&B funk score.
Cool.
Yeah. And I think I can safely say that it's there's nothing else really like it,
Yeah.
And I think that it's it's a fun show, and I've been super excited because we've done songs from it in concerts and stuff, and I now have these fans who are fairly young as far as theater
Yeah.
fans go, and it's so
They don't
cool.
know what blaxploitation means.
It's right, but like they're learning, right?
Yeah.
And it's been so cool to see these like young kids lose their minds over these songs that are about what it is to be a woman in your late 60s and in America today, and these sort of issues that aren't normally thought of as like hip, like young sexy issues. It's been so cool to see hip young people get excited by that.
Anything that builds the fan base of Annie Golden is something that I can get behind.
It's just all I'm trying to do.
So that's happening at the Greenwich House Theater starting in July.
Yeah, this summer.
So you're like going into that soon. I mean,
Oh my
that's-
gosh, yeah, no, we're in it,
Yeah.
man.
And
Yeah.
then you're doing Love in Hate Nation.
Yeah,
right?
sure
At the
am.
end of the year, back at Two River, where
Two River Theater.
Be More Chill started.
Yep, in glorious Red Bank, New Jersey.
And now
My
this
fave.
one is inspired by 60s prison, right? It sounds like a bunch of great, powerful women characters in this one.
A lot of powerful women characters, yeah. So Love and Hate Nation is a romance between two girls set in a juvie hall for girls in 1962.
Wow.
And the musical style is kind of like 1960s girl group is filtered through like a 90s riot girl kind of thing.
Ooh.
Yeah, and it's just all of these like butt kicking ladies.
Amazing.
Yeah.
How would you describe your taste? Like, if someone, what is a Joe Iconis kind of property? How do you describe that?
I am drawn to things that are about people who feel different. I'm drawn to things that are populated by characters who don't quite fit in to a box, right? Who don't quite fit into this mold that society is trying to put them into. And I just like things that that feel, I don't know, specific and strange and unusual.
Well, because that is what's different. Because, I mean, what you first said could be described about a lot of underdog Broadway musical characters.
Sure.
You know what I mean? That's sort of what a lot of musicals are about.
Yeah.
But you definitely, there's flavors of things that sort of get you excited.
Yeah, and it's like for me, my influences are sort of all over the place, and so the influences kind of find each other very organically.
Right,
You know, and I like that. I want my shows to sound different from each other. I'd like to think that lyrically and musically, in some ways, if people hear a song, they could kind of tell it's me. But for musicals that I've written, Be More Chill sounds and feels nothing like Broadway Bounty Hunter, which
Right.
sounds and feels nothing like
Right.
Love and Hate Nation. And that's always my goal, you know. And I never understand in musicals when it's like, you know, that someone writes a whole bunch of different musicals and they all sound the same. It's like, well, why would these sound the same if it's if they take place in different
Right.
time periods and the characters are different?
Right.
You know, I feel like the writing should reflect the actual people who inhabit the story, and so that's what I always try to do with my stuff.
And Be More Chill is based on a novel.
Yeah.
And these other two are they're just raw. Are they based on things? or
No,
are they just-
no. Bounty Hunter is totally original, and Love and Hate Nation is totally original as
Cool.
well.
Great.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, Caitlin.
Yes.
What are the fans saying?
Ooh, we got so many questions.
Oh,
Okay, so Samara says Papa Iconic. Do they call you that?
I mean, they do now.
I guess so.
sure.
She says Papa Iconic.
It's a Tony thing.
It's a Tony thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's one of those cute Tony nicknames.
Got it, Tony. Now you're Papa Iconic. Well,
Yeah.
she says, Papa Iconic, what Be More Chill character do you relate to spiritually the most?
Oh, spiritually.
It's hard because I relate to all of them. Like I just write myself over and over again. Every character I've ever written is just a version of myself. I don't know how to write anything other than me. But the one that I connect with the most is probably Michael. You know, just probably is. Even though Michael was like cooler than I ever was. Michael is the George Salazar character,
Yeah.
the one
He's
who
in the
sings.
bathroom
Yes,
at
Michael
one
in the,
point.
in the bathroom. Yeah,
A highlight moment. He's in the
it's
bathroom.
people love when this character's in the bathroom. I don't know. Yeah, I like that guy. I like to hide in bathrooms. So, yeah.
Feel that. So Alyssa wants to know, what's your advice for working with family and making it work with, like, working with family and like people you're really close to, especially
Oh, like
because
which family
you
people
actually
are you working with? Let's
work with
tell
your
people.
actual spouse.
I do, yeah. You know, it's just when I first started making theater, I decided that I wanted to make theater with people who I cared about as human beings. And even if I sort of started the relationship, you know, with the actors or, you know, their designers, whatever that I was working with, even if I didn't know them before we started working together, I just always found, the work sort of naturally led itself to a kind of personal connection, you know? And then through that, I met the human being who is currently my wife, Lauren Marcus, who is in Be More Chill,
Yep.
you know? And I mean, my best friends in the whole world are in Be More Chill. And so I'm so used to working with people who are in my life that it's just kind of, you know, it's just part of it. And it's for me, it's my favorite thing in the whole world. And also it's hard sometimes. It's really hard, you know, because theater is tricky. And sometimes you have to cut somebody's song, or sometimes you have to cut somebody's part. And it's,
Even if you're married to them.
even if you're married to them.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. This is such a weird way of telling Lauren Marcus that her part has been cut from Be More Chill. Mid-run. I'm so sorry, baby.
She's fantastic.
I know, she's very amazing. Yeah.
She's amazing. Oh, this is fun. Kiki says, Joe Iconis, who is your squib?
My squib, so I have 3 squibs. It's a 3-way squib tie, and they are Stephen Sondheim, obviously, Martin Scorsese, and Kermit the Frog.
Oh.
I'm here for that.
Those are my
that was
3
very easy.
my 3 guys.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Amazing. And this will be our last question.
Okay.
So Kevin says, "Thank you for existing. I love your work!"
You're welcome.
Thank you
Exclamation
for
point.
I don't think anyone's ever said thank you for existing.
I know. I think that's
great.
like
That's
the
really
big
flattering.
compliment.
That's really nice.
Tony
That's
thing.
a good one.
No.
I'm going to tell my mom.
So Kevin says, "What is your favorite standalone piece you've ever written?"
Oh, I really enjoy, I'm going to say there's a song called Starting to Forget. That was one of the earliest songs I ever wrote. I wrote it in college, and it was about my grandpa who died. And it was like one of the first times when I felt like, oh, this might be like what my voice is. You know, I feel like I was sort of finding my voice as a writer. And so I'll say that one, Starting to Forget. It's a short little song. I like it.
What are you going to wear to the Tony Awards?
I don't know.
You always look really sharp.
Thank
like,
you
you
very
have, You have
much,
a
my
great
friend.
style to you.
Thank you.
Who helps
Thank
you do that?
Me, myself, and I.
Okay.
I just I just kick it myself. And I, buy clothes and
Just buy clothes and wear them.
I just buy clothes, and what I do is I buy clothes and then I wear the clothes, and then when I'm through at the event, I take off the clothes.
Right.
And then save them for another time.
Great.
Okay. That's sort of my
So
style.
you think you're just going to pull
So
something out of the
revolutionary.
closet you already
No,
have?
I'm
but
gonna
the Tony,
get-
it's a big deal.
It's a big deal. Yeah, no, I know. I think that people get dressed for it.
Yes.
It's like someone dresses
It's a
them.
thing.
So it's like I think I'm
It's
gonna.
not quite the Met Gala.
It's-
But you don't have to be carried in.
Well,
but
I mean, it might not be for anyone else,
But
but
you
I'm
might get
I'm
carried.
100% of the Tony nominees of Be More Chill, and
Right.
so I need to like bring it.
Okay.
You know, and so
All right.
I'm gonna wear something. I'm gonna wear something amazing. I don't know what it's gonna be, but it's gonna be so beautiful and it's gonna be the perfect outfit for me to accept my Tony Award.
Yes.
Yes.
It better be. You just built it up. It's going to have to be really amazing. Thank you so much, sir. It's
Thank
good to
you,
see
my
you.
friend.
I hope to see you soon. I'm sure I'll see you because
Of
there's
course you will.
endless events between now and Tony
Tis the
night.
season.
But we're glad that you made time for Live at 5.
Yeah, of course.
Hey, Caitlin, why don't you take us out?
Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. We are live at 5 every single day on Facebook. You can listen to us wherever you get your podcasts by searching for hashtag Live at 5 and hitting that subscribe button. Be sure to tune in tomorrow when we talk to the 2 high school students currently appearing in What the Constitution Means to Me, Thursday Williams and Rosalie Ciprian.